Good morning, everyone. It's March 11th, 2020. I'm Eric. How is everyone doing? I hope all of you are well. I do. So, everything that we expected for my first video regarding this pandemic is unfolding. So, I've been watching media. There's a lot of devil speak on mainstream media. And one of the things that's really not shocking, but I'm dumbfounded about. I saw a interview with a woman who has stage 4 cancer, right? And they make the brilliant decision to go on a cruise ship. Now, this is something that I wouldn't do in normal times. I would not go on a cruise ship for a variety of reasons, but one of the biggest reasons is because it seems like a lot of bad shit happens on cruise ships. So, we got these people who have pre-existing conditions, right? And they make the decision to jump on one of these cruise ships, knowing damn well other cruise ships have been quarantined, knowing damn well that there's a good possibility that your cruise ship will be quarantined. And these are the kind of decisions people are making, okay? Now, Donald Trump, I hate to say this, and because I really don't like Donald Trump. I don't. I can't stand him. But he would have been criticized regardless of what he did. There is no winning in this situation for Donald Trump. There's no winning, okay? No matter what he does, it's either going to be called overboard or negligent. So at this point, Donald Trump is pretty much fucked. So there's that. But we have all these people coming on TV telling the population, don't wear masks. It's going to cause a shortage for our medical professionals. The same medical professionals who are getting sick even with the PPE on. The same medical professionals who will tell you to drag your kids to the doctor and inject them with all kinds of toxic chemicals. Same medical professionals who recommend the yearly flu shot, which every year proves to be ineffective, but they still recommend it, right? But we find ourselves in we're being lied to. We're being lied to about the availability of certain PPE. Here at shtfplan.com, there is an article that talks about just that. The government has been secretly stockpiling for a pandemic. Yep. And they have been since 1999. This one is from Max Slavo. So back in 2016, the government was exposed as secretly stockpiling supplies to help them survive a pandemic. But these supplies are not for you or me. It's to save them. Yeah. It's to save them. Somewhere there is a sprawling system of government storage facilities so secret that the American people can't be told where they are or what's in them. But it is clear they were and are and still are gearing up for something. These secret facilities are apparently in place to support the logistics of a response to an unprecedented disaster, the likes of which no one has ever seen, or perhaps even conceived of in this country. One thing is for certain. The federal government has what is surely the largest stockpile of emergency equipment and medical supplies that has ever been assembled. Yeah. NPR did an expose on the fascinating secret stockpile you likely never knew about. When Greg Burrell tells people he's in charge of some secret government warehouse, he often gets asked if they're like the one at the end of Raiders of the Lost Ark. He says not really. Director of the program called the Strategic National Stockpile. And this is at the Center for Disease Control and Prevention. Thousands of lives might someday depend on this stockpile, which holds all kinds of medical supplies that the officials would need in the wake of a terrorist attack with a chemical, biological, or nuclear weapon. The location of these warehouses is secret. Yep. How many there are is a secret. So many secrets. We can only hope that this affects or infects the worst people of this country, our leaders. People like Donald Trump, Nancy Pelosi. People like Jerome Powell. We can only hope. We have the capability, if something bad happens, that we can intervene in a positive way. But then we don't ever want to have to do that. So, it's kind of a strange place, says Burrell, but we would be foolish not to prepare for those events that we could predict might happen. The inventory includes millions of doses of vaccines against bioterrorism agents like smallpox, antivirals, medicines used to treat radiation sickness and burns, chemical agent antidotes, wound care supplies, IV fluids, and antibiotics. So when they are on the news telling you that there's no medicine because China's not sending them, well, that's a lie. There is medicine, but it's not for you. It's not for your children or dear old grandma. No, it's for them. You know, the same kind of people who released this weapon in the first place. The federal government is pouring more than $500 million per year into this massive and unprecedented emergency stockpile system and has built up a considerable arsenal of medicines and countermeasures since the system was established in 1999. So, if this is the case, why would the Surgeon General demand the American public not use or even buy face masks to protect themselves against this virus? Especially considering that he claims the healthcare professionals need those masks to prevent infection. Don't they have a stockpile? Why would he do that? Indeed. Why? It definitely appears that this stockpile is for those wealthy elitists who control and manipulate the economy through the government. That's why it's a secret, and that's why you can only depend on yourself when it comes to preparedness. And by now, you know that New York governor has called in the National Guard. What a surprise. I wonder how many people's homes are going to be looted by a law enforcement and National Guard. I wonder how many people they're going to end up killing. Don't you? Let's hit some of these headlines here. As you know, Donald Trump has opted for a tax cut. But what good is that going to do people when they don't have a job to go back to? What are they going to do about these people? What are they going to do about the thousands of people that this makes homeless. What are you going to do about that? Lagarde warns European economy faces 2008-style crisis without coordinated government action. And of course, it is that very coordinated government action that has led us all to this point. UK government unveils Corona budget after Bank of Europe follows Fed with emergency rate cut. And that's 50 basis points. Merkel expects 60 to 70 of Germans to be infected with coronavirus, but let's not forget to keep our fucking borders open. Let's not forget that it's racist to deny infested people entry to our European nations. Let's not forget. Double whammy of shocks plagues companies across the world as virus spreads. Greek farmer on tractor uses water cannon to repel migrants. Migrants that are there as a result of Turkey's actions. You're full of shit. Biden melts down in AR-14. Their words, not mine. Tirade after voter confronts him over plan to take guns. And he has said numerous times publicly that's exactly what he intends to do. You know, some of these other decisions people are making. For example, going to political rallies while there is a highly contagious pathogen floating around, and which, by the way, floats around for quite a while. Half hour. Goes a lot further than that 6 feet that they're recommending people stay away. It's more like 17 feet. And they keep on saying that, it only stays active on surfaces for, hours to a day. But the reality is, the shit stays on surfaces for as many as 9 days. Possibly even more. UK Health Minister tests positive for COVID-19. Bernie and Biden cancel rallies. Oh, it's about fucking time. These rallies, the Super Bowl, these were all super spreading events. All of them. No, I'm not sick. Italy suspends mortgage payments, businesses dying as panicked residents hoard food. Orders plunge for Italy's luxury suppliers amid nationwide lockdown. COVID-19 aids in the politics of viral fear. How will the Constitution fare during a nationwide lockdown? It's not going to fare at all. These people are going to start dragging individuals out of their homes and locking them away. in FEMA camps. So, as I said a few weeks back, this is not going away. And the worse it gets, the worse law enforcement is going to behave. The worse it gets, the worse our National Guard troops are going to behave. Remember, these are the same types of people who gunned down mine workers in Colorado for the Rockefeller family. Same kind of people. Same kind. But here we are. Cop charged for refusing to investigate dozens of child sex crimes gets off with a $300 fine. Cop accused of raping women, thrown from police car, turned off body cam at time of alleged assault. Kill cameras as kids held at gunpoint in raid on wrong home. Cops illegally stop recording to do what? The coronavirus may be a threat to many, but the state's reaction is the biggest threat to us all. It always has been, it always will be. Government. That is the biggest threat to your life, to the lives of your children, to your freedom and well-being. Let us hope that people open their fucking eyes and see this, the whole thing, for what it is. It is an attack on the people of this world. It is an attack that will change things. These are your last days of normality. Are you prepared? Did you heed my warning over a month ago? I hope you did. I do. Somebody asked me last week in a video comment section, would I help others? The only people I'm going to be willing to help are children. If you're an adult and you had time to prepare and you chose to be willfully blind, you chose to be ignorant of what was going on, you made those choices, not me. It's not up to me to help you. If you come to me for help as an adult, just don't. Just don't. Because there is no helping stupid. Just like those people jumping on these cruise ships. There's no helping stupid. Just like the people going to these political rallies. There's no helping stupid. If you're going to these places, you are stupid, and I'm not going to help you. If you're doing things that are stupid, other than those things, I'm not going to help you. So, I give it another 14 days. And things are going to be so radically different, you won't even recognize where you live anymore. Are you ready for that? Are you ready for Black Summer? Till next time, kill the state, live free.